I guess first would be, in retrospect, was Saturday the most disappointing day of the season, and how, as you kind of evaluate the ups and downs, exactly how well positioned are you guys to regroup like you did at this time last week?
You know, I was obviously negative for me with the media after the game. I was disappointed. I was disappointed in the way we started the game. Just disappointed when the game was on the line. We had the 9-point lead and they were making the run. We just didn't compete. You know, we competed. We were down 6. We tried to make a run right at the end. We didn't compete when we needed to compete. So I'm disappointed. You know, I thought Georgia Tech played well. They made a lot of shots. They deserved to win, but you know, losing's no fun. And that would have been, you know, 7-7 sounds a lot better than 6-8 in the league. So, and knowing what we have this week ahead of us, so you know, we'll regroup. We had a great practice yesterday. Kids are resilient. They bounce back. More the old guys, and I got a pretty resilient staff. We got after them yesterday. We'll get after them today. We'll do the best we can tomorrow. And I do think we got better yesterday in some phases, so we keep just trying to figure out ways to make the guys better, and I think we did that yesterday.
How much do you look at the film with the player in particular?
We watched.
Just like you put it away?
No, I put it behind us. A couple guys watched it with the assistants, and but this time of year, our guys know what it was, and I didn't want to kick a dog when it's down. I don't know if that would have done any good, so we watched it individually, so we didn't do it as a team. I just didn't know how I would react. We watched it as a team, so I just felt it was better just to get after them in practice yesterday, which I did, and work on the things that we didn't do well.
How do you use the first meeting of these teams? I mean, is it to illustrate the importance of keeping them off the boards, or is it useful to show that Maryland can hang in against Carolina?
Well, it's a different animal. You know, we're on their court. We're without Pishon. I think our guys felt good about the way they competed here, and hopefully they can do the same down there. You know, we'll show them clips of us not rebounding today and tomorrow. Hopefully we can do something about it. Not many teams in the league have been able to rebound with them, so they're plus 12 in the league.
Right.
Those are unbelievable numbers. So in rebounding, you know, it's not been, for my team, this has not been a good rebounding team. It's probably the thing that's been really most disappointing for me is they haven't been able to get us to rebound better. It's really not that hard to do. It's just effort. Every time a shot goes up hitting the body, it's really not that hard to teach. So it's been a little disappointing. But yeah, to me, it's all about transition defense and rebounding. You know, and they'll pressure more at home than they did here, but they're down on bodies. They can't pressure as much as they'd like to pressure. So we had to obviously take good shots, take care of the ball, but rebounding and transition defense is really a big key.
You said a lot of times this year after games, we are who we are. But how frustrating is it that 2 games left in the regular season that you're sort of still dealing with those same issues that you were at the beginning of the year?
Well, no. When I say that, we are who we are, but we've gotten a hell of a lot better. I mean, you kidding me? How much better this team's gotten and what we've gone through? But we are who we are. What I mean is, James is a nice guy. Okay, Hanky's a freshman. He's like a roller coaster out there. I go on and on. You know, shot selection. We are who we are, but we've gotten better. And I think we've learned how to play hard. I think we've learned how to compete for the most part. I think we've learned how to prepare. Doesn't mean we're always going to play well, but we were prepared X and O wise Saturday. We just weren't mentally prepared the way we needed to be, and that's on them. So we are who we are, but we've gotten a heck of a lot better. And you just can't, you want everything to change, but it doesn't. And when you raise kids, you want it to change right away, but it doesn't. It's a process. So this is a process. But I think the strides that we've made being who we are, is tremendous. But it's no fun going through what we're going through. It's no fun. It's no fun losing. And you know, I know people around here telling me, "Yeah, coach, you're doing this, you're doing that," and I appreciate that. But it's still no fun going through it. And I just didn't handle Sandals. I didn't handle Saturday very well. And it's still eating at me pretty good. My teams usually don't lose those games, so that we don't lose close games, and we don't lose games that I think we should win. We did, but give Georgia Tech credit. So that it takes me a while. But we are who we are, but we're a lot better. Yeah. And we've really tried to compete and do what we can, but you just can't. It's not like I can make, you know, we have a magic wand and just totally change things. It just doesn't work that way.
Along those lines, is this the team that's tested your patience the most since maybe your first Wichita team or something like that? Or
well, no, not really. You know, if you ask my wife, she would think I didn't like any team. I mean, there's really 14 years as a head coach. I think there's 2 that I've just absolutely loved, that I just couldn't get enough of. You know, cried like a baby when the season ended. And the other 12 I fought from day one to the very end. And you guys want honesty, that's, you know, so that's been the case. They're all different challenges with each team. I had a very immature team in A&M last year that was a battle every day. Just every day, just a battle. That we had a little bit more experience, a little bit older, and had a little bit more depth, so we were able to overcome it.
Which were the 2 teams that you lost?
Mark, did you have any sense in the back of your mind leading up to that Georgia Tech game that that type of performance was in store, either from the warm-ups or practices leading up to the game? Any?
Well, let's understand. Georgia Tech's not awful.
Sure.
Okay, they lose at Virginia Tech in overtime. They've been in a lot of games that they just kind of lost at the end. The difference is they made the plays at the end, we didn't. And if we win by 2, we're not even having this conversation. I had a guy walk up to me Saturday morning. He says, "You're awful quiet this morning." And I said, "Well, you know, we got to have this one. This one's important." And you're never sure as a coach, but I thought we were prepared. We practiced well. We really practiced well on Friday. We had a great shoot around that morning, and you know, kind of steamrolled. They had a kid hit 2 threes that hadn't made a shot in the league all year, and it was kind of their day. And you know, so it's, you know, it's just kind of, you know, it's college basketball. It's dealing with kids. You look. Wisconsin loses at Iowa, then wins at Ohio State. How do you explain that? You know, I know Iowa's beat some teams at home this year. They've been pretty good, but how do you explain that? So it's college basketball. There's very few teams. There's like 5 or 6 of them out there that consistently. There's 5 or 6 of them out there that can play bad and still win. The rest of us, if we play bad, we got no chance. Especially on the road. Educate, yes.
What do you say to the team following that loss, so you guys can bounce back, you know, especially knowing that you have this really tough opponent?
Oh yeah, we don't. It's not about North Carolina. You know, the whole thing I said from the game is, guys, I just thought we were maturing, thought we were growing up, and you know, we really had one guy play well Saturday, maybe 1.5, and they're both seniors, Mosley and Barron, and. Young kids just didn't play well, and so that's what I gave to them. But it has nothing to do with North Carolina. We worked on us yesterday. It's you know, I know we're going to play North Carolina. They're 16-1 at home, and they should be 17-0 at home. And you take away the Duke score, I think they've won by about an average of 18 points at home in our league. So you know, we know what we're getting into. My thing is that we continue to fight, continue to compete, continue to get better until some committee says we're not playing anymore, you know. And until that happens, that's really all I care about. And I have so many young. We finished the game Saturday with 3 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor. Okay, and had a chance to win on the road and didn't get it done. So my thing is, how much better can I make these young kids before the season ends? That's all I'm trying to do, and make them more competitive, make them, you know, want to be a better basketball player, want to make them be a better teammate. That's really all I'm focusing on. And you can tell, by the way I'm acting today, I'm not myself. I'm tired. It's a fight. It's a battle every day. But a lot of coaches are feeling that way today. It's just where we are and what you're doing. And I just, you know, I got after them yesterday hard. I don't want them to think that Wednesday's game's not important, and you know, just because we lost at Georgia Tech and had a chance to get 7-7 and be a part of postseason at a higher level, that we just don't stop trying to be the best we can be. So that's what we're going to try to do. Who knows what lies ahead for us.
In terms of trying to even the rebounding up a little bit against such a good rebounding team, does Barron play a big role in that?
Yeah, I hope so. You know, Barron played well against him here. Barron played well Saturday. As long as you know, he can just kind of go out there and spot minutes and play. Yeah, Barron can help us defensively too. And this is more of a finesse game than a power game, so I think it helps. You know, it's up and down, and their post guys aren't, you know, 280 pounds and all that kind of stuff. So that plays into Barron's hands a little bit. So we're planning on Barron helping us. He helped us here at home.
You think Alex has gotten better at staying out of foul trouble?
Don't jinx it. Don't. Why haven't you even asked that question? I hope so. I think so. Not as many over the backs, not as many dumb fouls when the ball's coming into the post. He's gotten rid of those fouls. There's still some things that are really hard for him defensively that we're asking him to do that he'll get better at in the future. I'm trying to think the last time he was in foul trouble, maybe at Duke. He couldn't play in that game, but I think he's been pretty good since.
Is our height and talent just the obvious reasons that North Carolina rebounds so well? Do they do something beyond that you notice?
Well, no, I think it's height, athleticism, and want to, and I don't, you know, you can look and say, well, they break you down off the dribble, or you have to help on the post, so you're always kind of scrambling. But it's just, I mean, you watch those kids; they're tall. They got Bullock's 6'6", you know, and Harrison's 6'6", and Barnes is 6'8". So, and they're pretty strong physical guards, all three of those guys, to go with the other guys. I think it's length with Henson and Zeller, and speed. They both got great feet and speed for them. And a lot of people think, you know, big strong guys are better rebounders. To me, the best rebounding teams are teams with speed. And they have that too, and around the basket. It's amazing because that's all we talked about going in, was transition defense and boxing out. That's all we're going to talk about starting yesterday until the game ends. Every time out, hey, you got to run back, you got to box. Every time we can mention it, we'll mention it. But you know, sometimes you just can't do anything about it. What I ask is that every time a shot goes up, we at least hit a body. And if they still get it, then you know, we'll shake their hands afterwards. They're a little better than us right now. And they're a pretty special rebounding team.
What do you remember about Barron, your first interaction with him and your first workout?
Just talking to him, you know, the first week all I tried to do is get to know him. I was like, is this kid really so nice? You know, he's just so nice. And if you watch Barron works with Alex before practice, after practice. He's talking to Alex all the time. He's just a great teammate. I've asked Barron to help us with the scout team, even though he's in the rotation. Never said boo, just does it. Just loves being here. You know, it's just, those were our conversations just at the beginning, and just how he likes to play and what he can do, and he's just a great kid. I mean, just a great kid, always happy. And the thing I noticed from Barron from day one, I still fight him on, he's just really hard on himself. He makes a mistake, he hangs his head quickly. So I hope I've helped him with that, not to be so hard on himself as he moves forward in his life, you know, not just with basketball. And but that means he cares. He cares about a lot of things. So he's he's been a fun guy to coach. He really has, and he's tried. And he has limitations, and but it's amazing for a guy that didn't play a lot last year how much he's helped us this year.
Right, and we've talked a lot about Sean, what he's done for the team, but what does it mean for Sunday to honor him on Senior Day?
Well, yeah, it'll be a great day for him and his family. I mean, think about the career he's had. And I'm sure we'll talk about this on Saturday, but he's had a great career. He's had a great senior year. He talked about last year he didn't feel like he had a great year. And I ask him all the time, Sean, you having fun? He just starts smiling, saying, Coach, I'm having a blast. So he's a big part of this team. He guards the best player almost every night. He chance to score every night. Some nights he does it better than others, and he's got a chance to lead. I think he's really enjoyed it. We walked out there right now. Sean's probably out there shooting. Okay, yesterday I walked down about an hour before practice, and he was already out there shooting. So you can tell he's like, he's reminiscing, and know the clock's getting ready to strike midnight. So he's been what a great kid he's been, a special kid. Really helped me, because I tell you what, it's a hard team to lead, and he's really helped me try to lead it.
Couple more?
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.